In 2011, Sturm Ruger & Company introduced its first 1911-based pistol, the Model 6700, a full-sized and what would be considered as a government model by traditional 1911 standards. And I bought one. Soon after, a commander model, the Model 6702, was introduced, and I bought one. Shortly following that, a lightweight commander model, Model 6711, was introduced, and it found its way into the fold. Finally, an officer model, the Model 6758, reached the marketplace, and it made the cut enough for me to have one. I have always trusted Ruger to produce high-quality and robust firearms, and they did that well with the SR1911 series of pistols. This story, however, is about the lightweight commander model, the Model 6711, and how it became a trusted personal defense carry. Long before the introduction of the current Springfield Armory Ronin series, numerous 1911 lightweight commander models existed. I had longed for a lightweight Commander 1911 and 45 Auto for a number of years. When I held the Colt lightweight Commander many years ago, it went on my radar. At the time, I was carrying a Colt Series 80 Mark IV Combat Commander off-duty, and the pistol weighed heavily in a Bianchi OWB pancake holster with a thumb brake. I could not afford the lightweight Commander, and it soon dropped off the radar, although the memory of one remained. When Ruger introduced the SR1911 CMD, a full-weight Commander model, one soon found its way into my home. The SR1911 CMD, like the Colt, is heavy at 36.4 ounces unloaded. I soon had reservations about carrying the SR1911 CMD and opted, instead, to carry the Springfield XDS 4.0 45 at 23.5 ounces. But I did not like the 5-round count, without magazine extension, initial capacity. I needed to return to my roots with a 1911-based commander-sized pistol. The right one just did not come around for me until the SR1911 CMD-A. When Ruger introduced the SR1911 CMD-A, a lightweight version of the SR1911 CMD, I started doing my homework. Even when I viewed videos and read reviews about the features of the Ruger SR1911 CMD-A, I still was not convinced that the pistol was right for me. I liked the Springfield RO Compact. It was light, compact, and held enough rounds, 6+1, to warrant serious consideration. The grip was short enough to conceal well, and the gun felt good in my hands. The trigger was good, but not excellent. The sights reminded me of the XDS. They were small, and the front sight is fiber. I vacillated between the Ruger SR1911 CMD-A and the Springfield RO Compact. I went to 2 local gun shops that carried them on several occasions, until I think that the salesperson was growing weary of me. I sensed that it was time to fish, cut bait, or forget the whole thing. Being true to my nature, I used my analytical skills. In other words, I tossed a coin. Colt, Springfield, and Ruger all know what they are doing when it comes to building firearms. I know that I could have pulled other 1911-based pistol manufacturers into the mix, but I have pistols made by Ruger and Springfield, and I had enough to think about between those two, let alone add complexity to the mix. The Ruger SR1911 CMD-A, the lightweight Commander, won the coin toss, and then coins were tossed over the sales counter. But there was another price to pay aside from the cost of the pistol. More on that later. The fit and finish of the Ruger Lightweight Commander is excellent, from its anodized aluminum frame to the brushed stainless steel finish on the slide. The slide to frame fit is flawless and tight. One of the features of the Ruger Lightweight Commander that I like is that the barrel and bushing is made from the same stock, and the pistol locks up tight as a drum. The backstrap is of anodized aluminum and nicely checkered. Some folks have complained about this, as they would like more checkering. I am fine with as it is. By comparison, the Springfield RO Compact has no checkering on the front strap of the grip at all. The slide lock is standard 1911 fair, while the left side only thumb safety is extended but rounded on the leading edge, which I prefer over a squared off edge. The hiney sights are drift adjustable for windage. No elevation adjustment is provided. The rear sight sweeps back to the rear, so there are no worries concerning catching them with your hand during an overhand racking of the slide, although the ramped rear sight does not allow for one-handed tactical charging. Slide serrations are on the rear and allow more than enough purchase for the hand without being invasive to the first layer of skin. The overall finishing of the slide is very smooth. The magazine release is right where John Browning intended, left side only, and slight pressure from the thumb drops the magazines like they are supposed to. What I like is that I can push the magazine release with my thumb without changing my grip, just like it should be. The Ruger Lightweight Commander magazine release seems to be extended more than I have experienced with other 1911-based pistols, but that might seem the way due to the thin grip panels. The grip panels, although slim, provide a good purchase on the pistol, and Ruger chose the famous double diamond pattern with excellent checkering. They aid in concealing a 7-round magazine grip handle. But I like a thick grip. More on grips later. The Ruger Lightweight Commander also has a grip safety memory bump, a very nice beaver tail, so that I can get my hand as high as possible, and a light and serrated combat hammer. Rolling back the hammer takes a little effort. The hammer does exhibit a half-cock position, as with standard 1911 pistols, and the pistol will not fire with the hammer in this position, even with both the thumb safety off and the grip safety pressed. Note that the Ruger Lightweight Commander is a 70 series design. Ruger has, as does Springfield Armory, incorporated a titanium firing pin that prevents the pistol from firing, even if it is dropped on the muzzle. 2 flush-fit stainless steel 7-round magazines are provided with the Ruger Lightweight Commander, and both magazines are drilled for base bumpers. The Ruger Lightweight Commander, of course, uses any 1911 standard 7-round and greater capacity magazines. Magazines slide well into the slightly beveled magazine well, and like most 1911 magazines, require a firm push to become fully seated. Some may want to add base bumpers, or use magazines with them already installed. Base bumpers do, however, add slightly to the handle of the pistols. There is no need to perform a press check to determine if there is a round chambered. There is a small window at the rear of the chamber where a loaded case can be viewed. However, you can still perform a press check if you wish, as the Ruger Lightweight Commander with its standard short guide rod allows you to do so. This Ruger Lightweight Commander has 2 rattles that are caused by a slight side play in the trigger and a slight side play in the grip safety. The play in the grip safety seems to stem from a little play in the pivot hole of the grip safety around the shaft of the thumb safety. However, it is not a game stopper. The thumb safety is positive, but in my opinion, slightly light for my taste. Personally, I like a stiff safety. The thumb safety, however, works fine, and there is no play when the safety is in the on or off position. The thumb safety spring and grip safeties are replaceable items should you feel the need for tighter tolerances in these areas. The trigger is a curved face serrated aluminum trigger that is adjustable for trigger over travel. As I mentioned, there is a slight lateral play in the trigger that some purists would be screaming about. Personally, a little side play here does not bother me. It would if the pistol would be an Ed Brown custom, but it is not. The trigger exhibits a short take-up before resistance is felt. No real surprise there. The trigger pull out of the box on my particular pistol measures a crisp break just a hair under 5 pounds. There was just a hint of grittiness when new, but that went away with use. No measurable trigger over travel is detected. One of the features that I was really concerned about with the Ruger Lightweight Commander was the integrated titanium feed ramp. One of the banes of aluminum frame pistols of 1911's past, including the fine Colt Lightweight Commander, was that the feed ramp was part of the frame. Some feed ramps were damaged when using hollow point ammunition. Springfield uses a feed ramp that is integrated with the barrel. One nice, happy unit. Ruger, however, took a different course with the Ruger Lightweight Commander and embedded a titanium feed ramp into the aluminum frame. Now, we all know that titanium is strong, and that was not my concern. The embedding part was. After all, I did not buy this pistol to have it fail before I really got started with it. I have to admit that I do not know how Ruger did it, but they did it well. The titanium feed ramp is virtually seamless with the material of the frame. The Ruger Lightweight Commander is an old design made better by modern metals and manufacturing. The Ruger Lightweight Commander breaks down like any standard 1911 base pistol that is equipped with a short, standard guide rod. Ruger does include a plastic bushing wrench with the pistol to help in the field stripping process, but I found it unnecessary. With the Ruger Lightweight Commander, I can field strip it blindfolded, because doing so is burned into my memory cells. Another point for the Ruger Lightweight Commander, if you have any experience with a true 1911 base pistol at all. Become familiar with one, become familiar with most all. First of all, keep the pistol pointed in a safe direction and keep your fingers outside of the trigger guard. Press the magazine catch and withdraw the magazine from the butt of the pistol. Pull the slide to the rear and lock it open by pressing upward on the rear end of the slide stop. Check the chamber and breech face to verify that the pistol is completely unloaded. While grasping the slide, push down on the slide stop lever and slowly allow the slide to go all the way forward until it stops. Move the thumb safety lever to the up position. At the muzzle, and using thumb pressure on the recoil spring plug, press the recoil spring plug down until it clears the barrel bushing. Move the barrel bushing clockwise until it clears the recoil spring plug, keeping pressure on the recoil spring plug. Slowly allow the recoil spring and plug to move upward until no spring tension is felt. Remove and set aside the recoil spring plug. Move the thumb safety to the down position. Apply rearward pressure on the slide and move it back until the takedown notch on the left side of the slide is aligned with the rear portion of the slide stop. Press inward on the slide stop pin from the opposite side of the frame and then remove the slide stop. Turn the pistol upside down and then remove the slide from the frame. Remove the recoil spring guide and recoil spring. Move the guide rod upward and out of the pistol, toward the rear of the slide. Rotate the barrel bushing counterclockwise until the bushing lug is aligned with the disassembly assembly notch in the slide. Then, remove the barrel bushing. Rotate the barrel link to the forward position and remove the barrel through the front of the slide. This completes the field stripping of the pistol. To assemble the pistol, first rotate the barrel length to the forward position and install the barrel into the slide through the front of the slide. Install the barrel bushing by positioning it with the disassembly assembly notch in the slide. Push inward and fully clockwise. Leave the swing link in the down position alongside the barrel. Install the recoil spring and guide rod from the rear. Ensure that the saddle of the guide rod bushing is resting on top of the barrel. Position the swing link in the up position. With the slide assembly upside down, install the frame to the slide from the rear, just enough so that the dust cover of the slide is just inside the frame. Turn the pistol over so that it is upright. Move the slide to the rear until you can see the opening of the swing link. Insert the slide stop assembly pin into the swing link, just enough to catch the swing link with the pin. Move the slide to the disassembly assembly notch in the frame. Push the slide stop assembly pin straight into the frame to avoid the dreaded idiot scratch. Push the thumb safety up to prevent the slide from moving to the rear as you install the recoil spring plug. Position the pistol muzzle up. Compress the recoil spring and recoil spring plug with either the provided bushing wrench or the thumb of one hand until it clears the bottom of the barrel bushing. Twist the barrel bushing counterclockwise until it engages the recoil spring plug fully. Then release tension on the recoil spring plug. The pistol is now fully assembled. Perform a function check, preferably with a snap cap that you can use to check hammer drop, extraction, and ejection. Since the slide is in a fully rearward and locked position, you can simply insert a snap cap into the magazine, insert the magazine into the pistol, push the thumb safety to the down position, and then pull and release the slide to chamber the snap cap. Remember that since two safeties are involved, we need to check both. Place the thumb safety in the up position, safe, and while not pressing the grip safety, pull the trigger. The pistol should not fire. With the thumb safety in the up, safe position, press inward on the grip safety and pull the trigger. The pistol should not fire. Place the thumb safety in the down position, off safe, and without pressing the grip safety, pull the trigger. The pistol should not fire. Press the grip safety fully inward with the thumb safety in the off safe, down position, and pull the trigger. The hammer should now drop and strike the base of the snap cap. If any of these checks should fail, seek professional counseling for the firearm. An unsafe condition exists. Pull the slide forcibly rearward. The snap cap should be extracted and ejected. As a final check, examine the firing pin hole. The firing pin should not be protruding. If any of these checks should fail, seek professional counseling for the firearm. An unsafe condition exists. And now, what those who watch gun reviews wait for: range performance. I selected 5 brands of ammunition for this range session, and those are scrolling now. The velocities noted are for a 4-inch barrel. I felt that the selection would provide me with a range of options with which to measure felt recoil. Boy, did it. I did not bother with 185 grain fodder since I only carried 230 grain ammunition for defensive purposes. Performance was excellent with all, and all shot without a wobble. Obviously, the Georgia Arms 230 grain FNJ at 810 feet per second was the mildest of the bunch, and it is a good practice round. Once I got into the Federal 230 grain Hydra-Shot at 900 feet per second, however, felt recoil jumped considerably, and so did the muzzle. The lightweight of the Ruger Lightweight Commander let me know that I was handling something to be reckoned with. The Ruger Lightweight Commander really liked the Remington Golden Saber 230 grain fodder, and so did I. The Remington 230 grain Golden Saber provided the best group. Recoil was mild, and I think that it would be an excellent carry load in this pistol. I would reserve the Federal 230 grain Hydra-Shock and Winchester 230 grain PDX-1 for a heavier pistol than the Ruger Lightweight Commander. Although two 7-round flush bit magazines come with the Ruger Lightweight Commander, I had ordered several 8-round Ruger magazines for the Ruger SR1911 on a previous occasion, and they were put into play for this range session. All magazines performed flawlessly throughout the range session. The 8-round magazines will be carried for spares. The 1911 is just a natural pointer for me, and with the exception of my human errors, all shots fired from the Ruger Lightweight Commander landed as close to POA as I could get them, using a covered POA. The Ruger Lightweight Commander really likes 230 grain and performs well with mid-range velocity ammunition. I used the Ruger Lightweight Commander in an advanced training course at one time. I was running the Ruger while all others ran those puny 9mm, but I was able to hold my own. I had two issues with the Ruger, but they were my issues and not that of the pistol. Compared to the others, I spent a lot of time reloading the Ruger with fresh magazines. The 1911 does have a downside with the magazine capacity, but I knew that going in, and I got a lot of practice with combat reloads. But my holes were bigger than everybody else's holes. That was not actually good when we were all working the same target, because I could not blame my bad shots on somebody else. My bad shots were mine, All mine. I mentioned earlier that with purchasing the Ruger Lightweight Commander, there was a price to pay. The money to purchase it was bad enough, isn't it always? But I'm talking about another price, something to house it in. I have a plethora of 1911 holsters, from strong side hip carry, cross draw, appendix, and shoulder, but two stand out as my favorites. The Felco A112 Hawk holster fits my IWB behind the hip carry very well. The Felco A112 Hawk is a high-quality, reasonably priced IWB holster. The Kelco Miami Classic II takes care of my shoulder holster needs. The Kelco Miami Classic II is perfect for carrying the lightweight Commander and keeps the weight of the pistol off of my hips. The beauty of the standard 1911 is its slimness for its size. Even with an extended magwell, the pistol tucks into place quite well, regardless of IWB or shoulder carry. Finding a holster to fit a 1911, your carry style, clothing, and environment in which you carry it in should not be a problem. I primarily buy holsters to house a 5-inch government model 1911, but they also house a Commander or Officer model 1911 just as well. The Ruger Lightweight Commander has gone through several updates since owning this pistol. Upgrades started with different grip panels over the thin panels provided with the pistol by Ruger. Rummaging through the grip drawer, I came across a set of Hogue rubber wraparound finger groove grips that I had removed from another 1911. The Ruger then received a new set of grips, the 1911 Government Finger Groove Silver Black Checkered Engraved Grip from the Altamont Company. Really set the pistol apart from others. The width of the grip was perfect in my hand, the same width as the Hogue grip, and the texturing is excellent for a good grip. But another upgrade was in store for the pistol. I do like the arched mainspring housing of the 1911 A1, and I don't like a magazine fitted with a bumper pad just hanging out from the bottom of the pistol. An extended magwell was added, as was a set of grip panels that accommodates the extended magwell and streamlines the look of the pistol. The extended magwell is an Ed Brown product with an arched mainspring housing. The grip panels are from Lock Grips for extended magwells, part of the Roughneck series of grips. They provide an excellent light texture, and the pattern, I believe, accents the pistol's looks. The last upgrade was installing a full-length guide rod, or FLGR. While there is a lot of controversy surrounding FLGRs, in this case, accuracy was improved. With the recent addition of the Springfield Ronin 4.25 and 9mm now on board, and please watch my review on it, I have two lightweight Commander-sized pistols, although in different calibers. Both are in the carry rotation, and I have no qualms in doing so. So there you have it. Finally, after years of yearning for a lightweight Commander 1911-based pistol in .45 ACP, Ruger helped to make yearning a reality. Out of the box, the Ruger Lightweight Commander functions like a dream. I really had no doubt, as the Ruger SR1911 CMD-A has performed without error, except for mine. While some say shoot 500 rounds to really break a pistol in, I had no qualms about carrying the Ruger Lightweight Commander after the first range session and training with the pistol. It just doesn't get better than this. If you are a 1911 lover like I am, and would consider a lightweight Commander pistol for EDC, the Ruger Lightweight Commander might be worth looking at. All right, that wraps up this review. More gun and gear reviews are coming, and I hope that you will join me then. In the meantime, stay safe out there.